All right, friends, let's get you caught up with what's going on out there in the world. Welcome to this Wednesday edition. We are going to bring you up to date on what's happening over in Israel. We got thousands of people potentially provoking the Muslims. We got ships off Yemen being attacked. We got the Harris campaign being busted for fraud. We got the UAW filing charges against Trump and Elon Musk. We got lots of stuff happening here. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade. And these are the news media updates that you're not going to hear from the news media, as crazy as that is. And we're going to make sure that we do not bring that bias that they always do. All right, let's start off in Israel. Ben-Gvir, one of the officials in the Israeli government, and over 1,000 settlers prayed at the Barak Wall, which is just west of the Al-Aqsa Mosque on top of the Temple Mount. And this has, let's just say, a lot of Muslims very, very upset. They see that whole Temple Mount as Muslim exclusive, and 1,000 plus Jewish settlers on top praying peacefully. Muslim mosque goers were turned back, and they could not go to the Al-Aqsa Mosque while the Jewish settlers were up there praying. This is being seen across the Middle East as a major provocation. This, combined with the fact that we have some of the Jewish scholars and Temple Project people practicing the sacrifice of a red heifer in sight of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This has definitely got some people wondering if this is an intentional provocation. Now, it has been relatively quiet over in the Middle East. Hezbollah continues to lob rockets into Israel. Hamas has continued to fire rockets into Israel. This has been fairly typical of the recent past. Israel's been doing airstrikes on Hezbollah and that kind of thing. But this major retaliation for the assassination of the Hamas leader in Iran, this Iranian response has not yet come. And we've had air cancellations, we've had all sorts of things pointing to different dates, and yet still nothing. Nothing has happened, really. And the question is this because Iran is backing down? Iran is explicitly saying that they have not backed down, that they will not back down from the attack. U.S. politicians and diplomats, European diplomats, diplomats from all sorts of Muslim countries are trying to talk Iran off the cliff. But Iran is saying that they're not going to back down, that they are not going to take this lying down, that they are going to launch a major counterattack against Israel. And Israel said if there's any major casualties among civilians or infrastructure, that they will go to war with Iran. They will declare war on Iran. So what happens next? I don't know. But the United States Navy has been bringing their Navy ships over. We have one carrier on its way. Right now we have a cruise missile submarine, basically an Ohio ballistic missile submarine converted over to fire just cruise missiles. Has been dispatched. We don't know if it has arrived yet. Obviously, those things are a little hard to find. But that is big stuff happening over there. All right, so we have a new tropical storm, Ernesto, forming out in the Atlantic, and it is now threatening Puerto Rico. It has not yet strengthened up to a hurricane storm strength yet. And of course, Puerto Rico is quite a far ways off of Florida. So no projections on it hitting Florida or the continental U.S. at this point. But it looks like it may hit Puerto Rico. That seems to be increasingly likely. We have two ships off Yemen have been attacked by missiles by, guess who, the Houthis. They have attacked, but both missiles apparently missed. They exploded nearby, but neither of the ships were damaged. But those attacks do continue to move forward. Israel has announced that they are preparing a preemptive strike on the Lebanese Hezbollah. They're saying that if they see major movement, preparation to launch an attack on Israel, that Israel will hit first and destroy the missiles and attack the attacking units. That sounds a little provocative. That's just say that, you're waiting for them to retaliate against what you did to them, and you're saying before they can retaliate against us, we're going to hit them again. Which, it sounds a little, I don't know. It's not my country, and it's not really my place. So I'll just say that it sounds a little pushy. I don't know. But when you're defending your country, what would the United States do? Well, the United States would turn the entire country into a sea of glass, as they would say, right? As of now, Ukraine's offensive into Kursk has continued to gain a little bit of ground, and they now hold 800 square kilometers of Russia is under Ukrainian invasion. No word yet on massive counterattacks from Russia. It looks like Russia has had a hard time pulling troops off the line, having a hard time mustering up a force to push them out. Ukraine hasn't been pushed out yet. So this is definitely showing that Russia seems to be having a hard time responding to this. So that I said before that that was risky on Ukraine's part because they could be cut off and then surrounded. But as of now, it looks like Russia's not able to do that, at least with the units and assets they have on hand. Of course, it's a ways off of where they have troops massed, so it may be a little bit longer before they can move troops over and the battle recommence. Deadly wildfires in Greece. This is the fourth day. These wildfires particularly threatening the ancient city of Athens. 25,000 acres on fire, smoke covering the capital. That is a big deal out there for sure. Just yesterday, Monday, the Earth, our planet, got hit by a level 4 solar storm. Aurora Borealis appearing as far south as Alabama, but it was a class 4, not a class 5. Class 5 and then kind of up the scale of the class 5s is when you really start seeing significant issues with radio communications. But this was a storm that hit us. With the solar maximum happening right now, we're going into the solar maximum. This will result in more and more solar storms hitting the world. I keep wanting to say the United States, but it's going to hit everybody, right? The entire Earth. That is going to be affected by these solar storms. Please be making sure that your stuff is, or at least some of your stuff is EMP protected against solar storms, against EMPs. This is stuff that could be happening at any time. A solar storm could come at us without warning. A EMP device could be used to attack the United States without any warning, or other countries, or even Europe, right? Let's move over to the Harris campaign. The Harris campaign was busted yesterday for spoofing major news network brands, media brands, with their campaign ads on Google. So basically what they're doing was they were, they have to put the little, paid sponsored by Harris campaign or whatever. But underneath that, instead of putting a headline, what they were doing is they're putting links to, say, CNN or AP or USA Today or PBS or Reuters. They did all of them. NPR, The Guardian, a link to an article or something like that, so they could use the Guardian or whatever. And then underneath that, they would put a headline, an appearance of a headline. So it looks like here's the headline, and then this is who it's from. So The Guardian, the British newspaper / website, when they found out, oh man, they just flipped off the handle, because what they're doing is they're pretending to be writing articles for these media entities, and they're just pure sponsored ad or whatever, or propaganda, right? And so all of these brands, a lot of these brands upset. I'm sure CNN's just like super happy that they're just there, right? They just love everything that Special K puts out, so they're okay just being there. But anyway, of these other brands, they're very upset, and people are hitting them for being extremely deceptive. This has truly been, and this goes far to say this, their campaign is shaping up to be the most dishonest, abusive campaign in the history of the United States politics, which is really saying something. It's amazing how much they're lying, how much they're faking, digital editing to just what is even real. No press conferences, no actual talking to the media. Absolutely insane. They haven't even put out their policy positions. Like, how do you run a campaign without even saying what you're running for? Absolutely crazy. The European Union has disavowed Thierry Breton's threatening letter to Elon Musk. He, as the head of some mumbo-jumbo committee over in the EU, threatened to use the free speech laws, or the lack of free speech laws, against X and Elon Musk if he didn't basically fact check Donald Trump in real time. Which, Elon Musk basically gave them the middle finger and said, go and use some harsh language yourself. That's literally what he posted on Twitter. X. And the European Union has come out and said he wasn't authorized to send that letter. And we, as the European Union, don't want to meddle in the United States election. So Elon Musk stood up to this letter and said, go pound sand. And basically, the EU has backed down and said, actually, he wasn't supposed to send that in the first place. That's not supposed to happen. We are not telling you how to run your election over there. So that's an interesting development because that was just over the top. In any rational, normal time period in the United States, the President of the United States would have come out and told off the EU for interfering. Would absolutely have told them off. Of course, do we even have a president? I don't know. Nobody's seen him. Has he done anything recently? Where is he? Who is he? No idea. The UAW, the United Auto Workers Union, has filed charges with Donald Trump and Elon Musk for their conversation yesterday. Charging them with attempts to threaten and intimidate union workers. So there was a little exchange that Donald Trump said to Elon Musk, praising Elon Musk, saying basically, you fired people who wanted to go on strike or whatever, and there's a company where they went on strike and you just you just fired the whole lot of them. To this, Elon Musk laughed. And that apparently, according to the UAW, is intimidation and grounds for this. It's not a lawsuit. they're actually filing criminal charges against Donald Trump and Elon Musk for intimidating potential strikers, because that Elon will. I don't know if it's Tesla that's up for a potential strike or something like that, but basically this is. I don't think it's serious, but at the same time, whenever criminal charges get filed against you, you probably should take that relatively seriously. All right, friends, that's kind of the information and the news out there that we have going on. Just want to hit those things real fast for you, give you an idea of what's going on out there. If you guys approve of this format of light touches on a whole bunch of news, let me know, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.